Hey everyone, welcome back to Beekeeping Like a Girl, or welcome to, if you are new, I'm Natalie, and today we are going to be taking a double deep down to a single, and I'm going to show you how we do that. There's a bunch of different ways you can do it, just how we're doing it. Lots of opinions out there on pretty much anything you do in beekeeping. This is just how we do it. So anyways, it's really nice outside. It's in the 70s. I know like a couple weeks ago, if this time was last year, I don't know if that makes sense. This time last year, we would have had snow for sure. It's in November and it's in the 70s, which is crazy. It can mess up the bees a little bit, but they should be okay. So anyways, we're going to kind of rearrange a little bit with this hive, and I'll show you how we do that. We're going to film a couple videos today just because it's so nice outside. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Made sure to get my smoke too, just because they might still be not super happy this time of the year. I also haven't really checked these in a little while, but last time I checked they did need to be moved down to a single. I just didn't get to the chance to do it that time, so let's see if they still need to be moved. It looks like there's a few. Yeah, not very many up here. One of the few reasons why we do this is because, as you can see here, like, I don't know if you can really get close up, but there's hardly any bees in here, and that's so much space for them to keep track of that they just can't quite keep track of. So what we're going to do is make it to where they're a little bit tighter, and we also had a little bit of trouble with mice last year, and there is some equipment that you can buy so that you don't have to worry about mice, but we don't really have the time for that, and we don't really do that. But so we're just going to make it to where they're a little bit tired so they can keep track of the space a little bit more and I guess protect it a little bit better. So let's go ahead and just kind of take a little bit of a look at the top box and really just see if there's really anything up here. I believe this was single brood management maybe, and we got a pretty good amount of honey off of them this year, so that's good. Oh, this has a little bit of weight to it. I expect that to probably be syrup. Okay, so there's a good amount in here. It's not too bad. I'm not sure if you can see. They got a little bit of a beetle problem here. Let's see if I can smash these, but there's another one. So, let's see. I'm going to take this box off, go down to the second box, see how it looks down there. I'm going to put this around my thumb because it keeps feeling like there's a bee right there in it. Okay, anyway, I don't think this side has, oh yeah, it does. There's these little like wraps that go around your thumb, but anyways. Probably should have put that lid down so I could set it on there, but I didn't. Alright, so it looks like they're mainly in the middle, so there's not very many in like the sides, so that'll be perfect for me to be able to put some of their food there. So let's go ahead and give them a little bit of smoke. And then let's just check to see what their frames look like. They don't seem too bad today. They're not too mad at me, so that's good. But I probably just jinxed it. Well, that doesn't quite look too good. This time of the year you want your hives to be really strong, and that's not very many bees on there, but there is a good amount of food. I'm going to set this aside so then I have a little bit more room to work. get to the middle. Alright, we've got a small patch of brood. And there she is, right there. Yeah, I jinxed it. They're not too happy. Alright, so that's good. So they have a queen. And that looks actually really good down in there. So I'm going to go ahead and put this back right in the middle. So now basically what we're going to do is just rearrange a little bit. I'm going to keep her in the middle. We're going to put all the brood in the middle. It should already be, but we'll kind of check to see if it is. And then we'll go ahead and put the food on the outside because she typically doesn't go past the honey. But anywho, so I'm going to take out this back frame because I probably don't have anything on it. And we don't want to keep just that extra space in there when it could be used for a frame of food. Oh, of course they have some food there. So I'll put this over here. Actually, let's see. Alright, I'm going to start kind of making piles, I guess. And then I set this box. Let's see, where should I put this? I'm going to put this on that box over there. So then I don't have to bend over as much over here. Even though I'm not as old as Cayman, so it's not as hard for me to bend over. But anyways, let's go over here and check these frames. I don't expect there to be any brood up here. That's heavy. That's full of food, so that's good. Make a pile over here. And then I'm kind of a mess. I'm going from each box, and you could just start with one box and then go to the other, but just making it more complicated for me. Alright, so there's a little bit of food on that one. Oh, that's full of pollen. Okay. And then let's see how many frames I want to take from up here. And then I'll just take that amount out of here. So I'll probably put that one in, so that's got a good amount of food on it. This one too. And then any leftover frames that might have food on it, we'll just give that to another colony that might need it, or that can just protect it easier, so we don't have too much robbing and all that. But so that's like empty, and then that's full. So of course they do that. Alright, looks like the rest of this isn't anything. There's a tiny little patch of food right there, but pretty much nothing. So let's see, that's 2 frames that I'm going to definitely put in. And then Hopefully you get the concept at this point about what I'm kind of doing right now. Now I'm just going to go through these frames and check to see what they've got on it. And then I'll just put it all back together now that I've picked the frames that I'm going to take from the top. And if you have a little bit more bees, you'll go ahead and shake those in. And I'll probably shake these bees in a little bit, but we'll do that at the end so that we can quickly close them up because they don't like when they get shaked. So more food. So that doesn't really have any food on it. This is actually foundationless, so there's no foundation on this frame. So I'm gonna, I'll put this stuff aside and then I'll put it all back into this box. So then I can shake the bees out of there. And then I think I'm gonna keep these frames because they look like they've got a pretty good amount of bees on it. Yeah, so there's food down in here. So I'm gonna keep this frame here. I'm pretty sure this was the one with the queen on it. I'll go ahead and check anyways. Maybe. No, I'm not sure. That's alright. I'll go ahead and put it back in. Check these two ones, and then we'll just put it back together. Got a tiny bit of brood on this one. Alright. And then we'll just check this one. They always have anywhere they can go in the hive, but they always pick the handles for the frame. The one spot I need to grab, and they're always right there, but it's alright. Alright. So let's just put them back together now. I'm just going to put, now that all the brood is in the middle, we're going to put all the honey frames on the outside. See if I can move these back together. Just put it like this. And then there we go, and put these frames together. This box is in the way. I feel bad when there's a moment of silence, but there's not much to talk about after I've kind of said it all. I always think that I've said everything, and then there's those comments that I'm like, yeah, I should have addressed that in the video, but I didn't. Anyways, all of this is just food that I'm putting back in. Let's see. I'm going to do one more frame, I think. There we go. And now if they've got all the frames that they need in there. And then from here, it's just pretty much shaking the rest of the bees. There's nothing on this one. There's really not very many bees on here. There's no bees in the box. I don't think there's... So I'm going to just put these empty frames and stuff back in here. And then here's a little bit of honey on this frame, so we can go give that to another hive. You can also just leave it out and they'll rob it out, but anyways, let's almost shook it into that box. I'm not sure if you can tell, but I think I'm getting a lot better at shaking the bees. I literally could not do it like a few months ago probably, but I'm getting better at it, so that's good, because we shake bees quite a lot, even though it's not the first thing I want to do, but it always ends up being something that I have to. So anyways, there we go. They'll be able to overwinter just fine like this. Is there anything else I need to cover? Okay. I think that's it. They look pretty good. They're not like, there's not a bunch of bees in here, but they look good for right now. And then we're not going to feed them. They have enough food, and I think that's it. So yeah, we'd rather do that than give them a bunch of space that they have to take care of that they might not be able to. So now I'm just kind of talking for no reason. So I'm going to close the lid up, and we're going to move on to actually combining a couple more hives also. So I think that's it. Thanks for watching. Follow along for more bee adventures, and be here next time on Beekeeping Like a Girl.